Two families formed an unlikely bond after tragedy, suicide touched their lives. Now they are joining forces during the Suicide Awareness Month to let people know there is help and hope for people who are struggling. Joining me now are Jason Dohmann and Carol Hufford Deely. I appreciate you so much for being here this morning. Carol lost her 12-year-old son, Gabriel, to suicide in 2018. She founded Gabriel's Light to help prevent youth suicide through education, safety, and kindness. And Jason lost his sister Ashley to suicide 3 years ago. But now they are working together on a fundraiser benefiting Gabriel's Light. There is Gabriel right there, a beautiful young boy. It's this fundraiser taking place at Jason's Ravenswood restaurant, Platform 47, this Sunday. And again, I'm just so honored that you both are here to share your stories and also talk more about how you joined up. But Jason, let's start with you first. Tell me how you came to find Carol and Gabriel's Light.
I had been in my head working on this event for a while, and it took me 3 years to get here. We're in Ravenswood, and I reached out to the Greater Ravenswood Chamber of Commerce for some suggestions. I wanted something local.
Because you wanted something local because you knew you had to do something in honor of your sister, Ashley, correct?
And then I reached out to Carol, and here we are. And
this fundraiser, one of the things you're doing is auctioning off your sister's purses. Talk a little bit about that.
My sister had a love of fashion, purses, jewelry, makeup, and she left behind about 35 bags. And then I wanted to do something I'm losing my words. I wanted to do something in honor of her, and then I wanted to partner with someone to auction these off and get some money for a good cause. And that's how we ended up with Carol and Gabriel's Light. And
you found each other, which I think is beautiful. Carol, let me ask you. I'm a mom. I can't imagine the pain of losing Gabriel. He was so young. Can you share some of Gabriel's story and why you decided to channel that pain and grief into Gabriel's Light? Why you started it?
Thank you for having us. Well, Gabriel was a bright light in our family's lives. We have 5 children, and our 2 youngest are adopted from Ethiopia. And Gabe, as you can see from these photos, he always had a smile on his face, and he was going through pain, and he never expressed any to our family, but he did to some of his siblings his peers at school. And they thought he was kidding, and they didn't take him seriously. And that really was the motivation, because we found out after he died that he had talked about suicide at school. So we wanted to train, teach, educate kids. Always tell an adult if somebody says something about harming themselves. Always take it seriously.
So many people might have just given up, or shriveled up, if you will, emotionally after hearing all of that. But you said, no, I need to do something. I need to do something positive.
Well, I just thought if I was a parent, any other parent besides myself, I would want to know that. Then I could talk with my kids. And so many parents now are having that conversation with their kids. Schools are, and people have told me of their situations of their kids telling them, and then they can call the parent or the school of the student that's affected. And kids as young as 10 years old have reached out to adults saying, this person said they were going to harm themselves and I'm worried. And then the adult takes over. So we don't expect the kids to take over. We just expect them to be a good friend and a good listener.
Give them the knowledge to seek help from an adult. Jason, I know when we talked the other week, my husband and I ate at your restaurant. We just got to talking. I'd asked you, is joining forces with Gabriel's Light and then, auctioning off your sister's purses when you're still grieving, is this cathartic for you?
It is. It is. I am hoping that it continues to help with the healing process, which I know will never go away. She was the closest person in the world to me, and now raising her son as my son, and that's what connected me with Carol. I can't imagine losing him.
And this will just be hopefully another step forward in your ability to work through your pain. And Carol, I want to ask you one last question before we're going to talk a little bit more about the event. And that is, you mentioned that he kept his pain hidden at home, but he expressed these thoughts at school. So what is your message to any, CPS has the day off, for instance, any child or any teenager or any adult listening to this interview right now?
We would say that adults need to understand that they need to ask specific questions to their kids, whether it's their own kid or their student, and ask them if they observe behaviors that don't seem normal. And it's okay to ask, are you considering harming yourself? Are you considering suicide? Because there's a myth that if you talk about suicide, it gives kids the idea that it's not true.
Okay.
You need to talk about it, and kids that hear somebody talk about suicide, they absolutely take it seriously and tell an adult.
Okay. All right, Carol and Jason, thank you both so much for being here and talking about what I know is still very painful for both of you, but I so appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Again, that fundraiser is called Remembering Red. It takes place this Sunday, September 29th from 3 to 6 at Platform 47. That's at 4709 North Dohmann. In addition to the silent auction, the purses, etc., a portion of food and drink sales will also go to Gabriel's Light.